I'm James Glynn, executive producer of Neighborhoods Today. And I guess you're wondering what I'm doing sitting on the set of the New York Variety Show. The New York Variety Show was a program that I created in 1969. Before I get into more details on that show, let me explain how this all began. In 1966, the Sony Corporation came out with its first home videotape recorder. It was a black and white, half-inch, reel-to-reel recorder, much like the audio tape recorder of that day. Along with the Sony video camera, you were able to record a picture as well as audio on tape. I was lucky to be one of 4 people in New York City to own the equipment. In 1967, I was young, crazy, and lucky enough to have created my own television station, Wbcf Channel 19. Now, Wbcf was not a broadcast station, but it played in the East Village at Channel 1. Channel 1, well, that was a theater where film and video artists were able to exhibit their works. Now that I owned the equipment and the station, it was time to begin thinking about programming. For the first few years, programs consisted of music, talk, and some comedy. Then, in 1969, I created the New York Variety Show. It consisted of a cast of local neighborhood friends who would gather in this very studio on a Friday or Saturday night to tape a program. The program consisted of comedy skits and lip-syncing of popular songs of that era. What I think we should do now is get into our time machine, set it for 1969. Remember, that was the age of Aquarius, sit-ins, love-ins, Vietnam, and Brooklyn's very own New York Variety Show.
In our show tonight, you'll meet our new talent, Molly G. Murphy, Professor Von Drake, not to mention Ma and Pa Kettle. We'll also take you to the wonderful world of commercials and read you some fractured fairy tales. And in the way of music, we have Mr. Tarzan. And for our very special guest, we tried to get the Lawrence Welk Orchestra, but they were too busy breaking bubbles this week, so we settled for the Rolling Stones. Direct from the little studio on 4th Street, it's the New York Variety Show. And now, once again, look sharp. Here's the dear girl herself, Tiki. Number 9, number 9. Now we have some letters from our viewers. If Petula Clark married Leonard Barr, she'd be Petula Clark Barr.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Make a little more sense.
Now we have for you some of the show me jokes. Show me a guy wearing a top hat and tails on a trampoline, and I'll show you a Jim Dandy. Show me a friar eating potato chips, and I'll show you a chipmunk.
Oh, yeah. Sister Rosario.
Now we have a letter here from Sick Bay, Long Island. Doctor, your wife wants you to call her at home. Tell her I don't make house calls. Do you know that if you cross a burlesque queen with a can of Maxwell House, you get a coffee grinder? They like those little sexy ones. Now here's one from Nudiville, New York. It says, I was invited to a party at a nudist colony, but I didn't go. Who wants to go to a party where all the women are wearing the same thing?
Oh, yeah.
Take it off.
Oh, I was so embarrassed today on the bus. There was this little 5-year-old sitting next to me, and she had the same watch on as me, Mickey Mouse. I was really embarrassed. Well, anyway, they laugh more at that than they do at the jokes in the beginning of the show. All right. Well, anyway, right now we have the sex symbol of America, Molly G. Murphy singing Living Dangerously. Notice the forces. Thank you, Molly. And with bonzets like that, all yous know why she lives dangerously. I also, personally, I think she needs a shave, too. Little mustache she's growing. Well, anyway, now we have some fairy tales, which I hope you'll all enjoy.
I enjoy.
Okay, ready? Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. So much for that hot-ass Jack and his candlestick. And right now, we have Little Miss Muffin. Little Miss Muffin sat on her tuffin, eating her blueberry muffin, when along came beside her a big black old spider. To frighten Miss Muffin away. Well, so much for those fractured fairy tales. And we'll be right back after this station break.
This is WBCF Television in New York City.
Peace, brother. Do you know that today, that if it wasn't for commercials on TV, there would be no excitement whatsoever in TV at all? No, really, it's the truth. Well, right now we're going to take you to the wonderful world of commercials, and right now we have Angela. And we want to change the date up to the year of 1995 and see how a toothpaste commercial might be done then.
For the cleanest teeth and the fastest trips in town, use new OD toothpaste. New OD toothpaste not only uses the best tooth decay fighters, but with its new improved formula called LSD, you get the best trips in town. Just squeeze some on your toothbrush and brush. Now for a little demonstration.
Scrub-a-dub-a-dub.
Hey man, I'm ODing. So remember, when you buy new OD toothpaste, you not only get the best toothpaste in town, but also an instant trip that only costs 69 cents. New OD toothpaste. Get some today.
Thank you, Ange, for that commercial. I'll have to try some of that toothpaste some morning. And now we have a word from Helen Watches.
We are here tonight to prove to you that New Helen watches will go through any kind of licking and keep on ticking.
A lot of life in that.
You see, it takes a licking and keeps sign ticking. You really got a shock there.
I wish my Mickey Mouse watch was that powerful. Well, anyway, thank you girls for those nice commercials. And we'll be right back with Ma and Pa Kettle right after the station break.
I say, the story's about a chick. What makes my baby so sick? I say, oh, 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 man, dig that crazy walk. I say, oh, 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 man, dig that crazy talk. I say, oh, 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 man, dig that crazy chick. I say, oh, 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 man, dig those crazy eyes. I say, oh, 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 man, dig those crazy sighs. I say, oh, 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 man, dig that crazy chick. Ah, dig that crazy saxophone. That crazy smile, I say, oh, oh, man, dig that knocked out style, I say, oh, oh, man, dig that crazy chick, I say, oh, oh, man, dig that crazy nose, I say, oh, oh, man, dig those crazy clothes, I say, oh, oh, man, dig that crazy chick.
I can't take it. Between last week with the Kids Go Tech and this week with Ma and Pa Kettle, I really can't take it. Well, anyway, just the same, thank you, Ma and Pa Kettle, for those little Lindy's and corkscrews. We appreciated it. If you ask me, they must have used some of that toothpaste this morning or something. Well, anyway, right now we are going to take you into the jungle with a little Tarzan.
Always the deep. He lives in the jungle and hangs by his knees. He clings to the trees without a trapeze. He's got a union card and he's practicing hard to play the guitar. Gonna be a big star, yeah, he's gonna go far. Captain, he's gonna die. He ordered Chet's guitar for COP. Next day he's working on B, big C and W and R. sing when he hears her sing. She really does her thing. It's a claim to fame. Come on, sing one, Jane. He likes to get drunk and sing good work and it sounds real funky. Come on, your time, boy. Sing one, monkey. Here we On Saturday night, they need some excitement. As Jane gets right and the monkey gets tight and they're both unite and pale moonlight and it sounds all right. Yeah, it's dynamite. It's out of sight. Let's hear it. Right
Thank you. That was the odd triple. And right now, we'll be back in a little while if the station breaks. And right now, you know that our show wouldn't be complete without Professor Von Drake, and so that's what we are going to have for you right now, and he will give diplomas out to all the guests we had on the show tonight.
Hello students, how are you today? We are here to give the diploma to those that deserve it and to those that don't deserve it. First one we have is for commercial, the Angela, Winnie, and Linda. You are darling sweethearts. Ring! You didn't catch it. Go to the next that teach you how to play ball. One. We have Maliki Murphy for their falsies, in their world. Here you go, Molly. Good catch, sweetheart. Yes. Well, now we have the Rolling Stones. If you keep practicing, boys, you will become great one day. There you go. Yay! Very good. Yay! Yes, next one we have is Jack for his poem. Son, stop writing while you are ahead. Here you go, Sandy. Yay! We have next in the dog jingle, the guitars and the band. Let's look, fellas, sing. Yeah! We have next Miss Muffin, the bald one. Yes, little bald one, here you are, a diploma for the lack of your hair. Whee! Last but not least, there's the old folks at our mountain bucket. Yes, student, you keep practicing. You are stepping and stepping, and you do a little light foot, and then you get your diploma. That is all the diplomas I have for today. Goodbye, students. I see you.
Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome, darling.
You're definitely on my honor roll.
Yes, darling.
And I would also like to thank all the guests again. And thank you, everybody, for watching tonight's show. And good night.
Good night, Lucy.
Transportation for the New York Variety Show staff is provided by Barbara Zappoli. Production assistant Laura Franzese. The New York Variety Show is a group WBCF television presentation. The following program was pre-recorded November 21st, 1969.
Well, wasn't that something? I hope you've enjoyed looking back at 1969 just as well as I did. It brought back a lot of memories. And what I want to do at this time is to introduce you to one of the cast members of the New York Variety Show, Nick Cirillo, who works with me on Neighborhoods Today. There he is. Hiya, Nick.
How you doing?
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing fine. You know, I was looking at that show and I seen the first act, the first person on there buried a strange resemblance to you. You know, Molly Murphy there.
I'm not quite sure. I think Molly Murphy might be a distant relative somewhere down the line.
Sure not a twin sister?
Well, possible. Anything is possible, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, watching all those shows brought back a lot of memories. You know, it was amazing what you did with reasonably, you know, a budget like that was down to the bone, basically.
That's true. That's true. I mean, with the funding, I mean, back in 1969, I wasn't making much money. The equipment was not very cheap.
Right. Oh,
and how come I'm not on camera any longer? I mean, all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to put you on. Yeah, here you go.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
I thought all of a sudden.
I want to hog the screen for a while since I'm always behind the screen, you know.
I was beginning to wonder there what happened.
Well, that's, you know, I have to take my chances and when it comes appropriate, you know what I'm saying?
But what I was saying is that, yes, back in 1969, funding was not there the way it is today. Well, it isn't actually there today either, but funding wasn't available, and we needed to recycle a lot of things. And,
well, I don't think people realize that a half an hour of tape cost about $40 back then.
That's right.
And that was a lot of money, especially when most people only made maybe about $70, $80 a week. You know, it's half your salary. You know
That's true. That's true.
So a lot of the stuff that we did do ended up being erased, and we're lucky that we have what we have.
That's right. And I guess we should tell the audience at this point that what we plan to do here on Neighborhoods Today Presents is go back to 1969 and 1970, so a number of the old programs that belong to WBCF, and re-cablecast them here on the Neighborhoods Today Presents program. All right?
That's true.
I'm having problems with my earpiece again. I mean, you know, I think I've told you this before. I was never cut out to be a host. I look at the wrong cameras. I can't seem to keep the earpiece in. I give credit to Dick Mahan and Rena, our anchors for the Neighborhoods Today show, because they make everything seem just so easy to do.
Well, from what I hear, you might have a company up there with some of the older people that used to do the old shows might be coming down here, and they may be able to host a few of them.
Well, we're working on that and seeing if we can get some of the cast members of the New York Variety Show back, and possibly even see if they can do just as good a job lip-syncing the song that they did back in 1969
That would
today.
prove interesting. Yeah, like a split screen, maybe showing them back then and now. That would be really something.
I'm going to try. We'll see what we get out of that. I mean, I don't know. We're, you know, not all as agile and mobile as we were back then. I know for myself I'm not anyway, but...
well, it comes the time now that I got to go because you have to go too, because we're running out of time.
Wow, it seems like we just began and already the time is up.
Well, so long.
Okay.
I'll be seeing you.
I'll see you too. All right, we hope you've all enjoyed watching the program tonight as much as we enjoy presenting it to you. For Neighborhoods Today Presents, I'm James Glynn, and thank you for watching.